Come on in, everyone. Come on in because we are here for Love During Lockup, Love After Lockup. We on season 5, episode 30. It's already over, y'all. It is already over. We're on the last episode. I guess we're about to transition over into Love After Lockup. Is that what's going on? Because at the end of the episode, they started giving us like the little rundown, and 3 months later, and then we got the little clue that we're going to see Shante or Shanta, whatever her name is. We're going to see her on the next installment of Love After Lockup. So I guess it's the last one. Woo, what a ride, y'all. What a ride. I'm going to be truthful. Am I going to be able to review this next year? I don't know, because I'm going to tell you right now, this last episode really was about to bring the ghetto out in me. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It was bringing the ghetto out in me, and I really didn't know if I want that ghetto-ness to come out because I really wanted to cuss out Candice. And I mean, like, when I say cuss out, I mean like an old school cuss out, like, just like my thumbnail says. My thumbnail says, Candice ain't shit. She ain't shit. She ain't shit at all, which brings me to my new backdrop. A bunch of porta potties, because that's what I think about Candice. She ain't shit. If I was doing an old school cuss out, what would I say? I'd go way back to, what are those lines? You ain't shit. You never been shit. You never gonna be shit. Your mama ain't shit and your daddy ain't shit. I would just line them all up. I would line them up, and then probably what I would do is I play that rap song. I don't even listen to rap that much, but I do know this song. I will play that rap song by, who was that song by? I think it's The Game. I think the song is by The Game, said, I bitch you ain't shit. Then I will play that song along with me telling her, because I'm going to tell y'all, I just can't with Candice. I really can't with Candice. I couldn't believe when they opened up the scene and she was sitting in there at the beauty salon, the hair salon, getting all glammed up. Talking about, oh yeah, I've been waiting years for this. I'm looking good. Sitting up there, spending Andrew's money that he had paid for 2 months ago. And she just broke up with him, but she sure gonna keep spending this money. Like I said, Candice ain't shit. Oh my gosh, she had the nerve to sit up on here, talk about how needy Andrew is, how she ain't got time to be catering to his needs. She going back to Vegas, he need to go on back to New Jersey. And you know what the thing about Candice is, Candice, I really don't mind you saying how needy Andrew is, because we can all see it. We can see that Andrew got some issues. And in fact, somebody pointed me in the direction that Andrew's new girlfriend is getting back and forth with some IG fighting with Candice. I saw a little bit of it, but Andrew must like him that way. He must really like those gutter rats, because let me tell you, the new girlfriend he got, based on what I did see she was writing, she may not be that much better than Candice, because she's kind of really bragging about how she's using Andrew now too. It really, really is a hot mess. But I'm going to tell you, another moment when I was like, Candice ain't shit, never been shit, never gonna be shit, is when she said, are you going to stick to your agreement? Now remember, she had broken up with this man, and now she's talking about, are you going to stick to your agreement and let me keep the truck and stay in the apartment? He said, yeah, we together and everything. We trying to work everything out. She said, no, Andrew. I mean, keep the truck, stay in the apartment with no commitments and no strings attached. This girl ain't shit. She ain't shit, y'all. She said, you need to stick to the plan, Andrew. You need to leave me the key to the truck. You need to leave me the key to the apartment. And this fool did it. You could tell Andrew knew it was wrong to do it. You could tell Andrew knew he shouldn't do it, but he couldn't say no to her. He couldn't stand up for himself. That's why I think he gets with these like hood rat ratchet women, because I think what he really needs is he needs someone to stand up for him. But the problem is he needs to find a girl that's not going to use him, but will stand up to everybody as well. That's what he needs, because Andrew don't know how to fight for himself. He don't know how to stand up for himself. That's probably why he likes these type of women. But let me tell you, Candice, she ain't shit, y'all. He was talking about, you know what, before I leave and go back to New Jersey, I really want to see you one last time. She said, no. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. We need a little more time apart. She ain't shit. Candice looked in the camera, looked dead at that camera and told us all, listen, people, this is too good to give up. This truck, this Louis Vuitton, this apartment, this is way too good to let go. And you think I'm going to give this up? You think I'm going to drop this scam right here and now? Y'all got to be a fool. Because what we know about Candice is Candice has been in and out of prison. She's been doing this a long time. And she not going to stop doing it. Not at all. Andrew up here writing her letters and everything. Leaving them on the refrigerator. He probably left the refrigerator full of food too. With little notes on it saying, eat this on Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. I done cooked you enough meals and put it in the freezer to last you a whole month. He's a whole fool, y'all. He really is a fool. But that Candice, she ain't shit. But let me tell you where I got a little bit of hope that Candice might get hers. That Candice might just get her just due. Some people call it karma. Because let me tell you where I think Candice might just get hers. Now, Candice thinks she's getting over because 3 months later, we saw her with this new man, Ishmac, whatever his name is, talking about the minute she got out of prison. This is who she was texting. The minute she got out of prison and had that brand new iPhone 15, 16, whatever version they own, with her new crystally cover, with her new freshly done nails, and she's sitting in the new truck that Andrew bought her. She was busy texting this other man. Like I said, she ain't shit. She ain't shit. So check this out. This is why I think that she just might get hers. So she checking this other man because, you know what, she want to sniff up behind him because this is really who she loves. We come to find out that they get married. They got married. And not only did she marry him, but while she was married to him, this new guy, she was still running the scam on Andrew, living in an apartment, driving the truck, living off Andrew's money. So this is where I say, not only is Candice not shit, that boyfriend of hers ain't shit. Because let me tell you who got over even better than Candice, the boyfriend. Because the boyfriend gets to sit up there, live in an apartment he didn't pay for, ride in a car, ride around in a truck also that he didn't pay for, get money by the means of Andrew through Candice. So this guy, in a lot of ways, is also using Candice. This tells me that he ain't shit. He ain't shit ever. And this whole fact that they got married, where now you realize people are just getting married so they don't have to live in the halfway house. That's the whole reason to get married. We got this going on over here, the same thing with Samantha and Rick, which we're going to talk about. So we find out that Candice and this man, they really got married. So both of them could live together as ex-felons or felons or whatever you want to call it on probation and not have to live in the halfway house. So this is a marriage of convenience. And what a convenience it is for that man to be able to live up in an apartment he ain't got to pay for either. Not only did he not have to pay for the apartment, he got married to Candice at a wedding ceremony and didn't even have to buy her a ring because this girl, Candice, is still wearing the wedding ring that Andrew brought her. She ain't shit, and that man she with ain't shit. And let me tell you, when you got two people together who ain't shit, it's only a matter of time before Candice gets taken real bad by this man. Candice has been walking around talking about she ain't never really met no man that loved her, no man that ever treated her well. Well, guess what? It's about to happen again, because any man that will let you con another man and then live off the money that you use to con the other man, that ain't nothing but a pimp. That ain't nothing but a pimp. That man sat up there all these months, lived off Andrew's money while she conned Andrew. He ain't shit, and neither is Candice. So my hope is that, like we've been talking about last week, this little karma thing we talking about, I'm hoping that karma come back around and bites Candice in the ass right where she deserves it. Because like I said, she ain't shit. And you know, another person who I'm really sick of and tired of is Aana. This girl gets out of prison, and the first thing she wants to do is call up Jamal. Not her kids, but Jamal. The first person she really can't wait to see is Jamal. All she can talk about is Jamal, Jamal, and Jamal. And then her entitled butt sits there, starts talking to her grandmama, talking about, where are you here to pick me up? Why aren't you here? Y'all have known about this appointment and me getting out of jail for months now. You knew the date, you knew the time. You should have been here already. What the heck? What is she talking about? She is so entitled. They shouldn't even picked her up. I wouldn't have picked her up. An attitude like that, she would have been sitting there waiting a whole long time. Just like she said, she finally called her an Uber. That's exactly what you're going to have to do. You better go ahead and call the Uber because I'm not coming. I'm not coming. And then she like, hurry up and come on because I'm hungry and I need to get something to eat. And she knows she ain't even got no damn money. Ugh. I'm so sick of Aana. I am so sick of Aana. I'm glad she ain't moving on to love after lockup because Jamal ain't getting out no time soon. It don't look like it. Although they did say that he's getting out at the end of 2024. So I guess he is getting out soon, but not soon enough for this show. And she's still over there doing a 4 years probation. Aana gonna end up behind bars. There is no way this girl gonna stay out of jail because she got some screws loose up here. She don't know how to think. Now, when she said she gonna get married to Jamal right out of prison, they might just get married, y'all. Now that I know this whole marriage thing is a big old scam, where the inmates really just want to get married so they don't have to live in a halfway house and they can live somewhere else. Because guess what? She gonna be on parole. She gonna be on probation too. Isn't that the same thing? I don't know. Probation, parole. I don't know what the difference is. But what I'm wondering is when Jamal gets out of jail, is he even going to be able to live with her because she's on probation, parole, whatever. But then again, he probably don't want to live with her. So he going to use that as his excuse. So he probably ain't going to marry her because he's going to use that as an excuse that, hey, I can't really be with you because you're on probation too. Jamal just got his own get out of jail free card. And I ain't talking about the real jail. I'm talking about get out of jail free card in marrying Aana. But I can't believe how entitled Aana is. And I really can't believe how the mama and the grandmama puts up with this attitude of hers. She ain't gonna learn. She is not gonna learn. But let's switch to the person who we think has learned the lesson. That is Rob. Teeny and Rob. Freedom Day, Freedom Day. I know we're about to celebrate Juneteenth coming around, Freedom Day. Well, let me tell you, Rob got his own Freedom Day. What is it? 13, 16 years in prison, and he's out, y'all. He is out, reunited with his family. And next thing we know, we see him on a boat, yacht. They living their best life, jet skiing. They living up. He said he ain't going back. He's not going back. I guess he's looking for him another job. He's trying to get his commercial license to learn how to drive some of these big rig trucks. All righty then. I love to see it. I hope he's turning his life around. But what happened to the business that he was running while he was in prison? I wonder, can he still run that business out of prison? I heard what he told us before was that he was running it with his brother, and his brother was on the outside. At least I thought his brother was on the outside. Or is his brother on the inside too? We never did get clarification on that. Rob was talking a good game. He said he is ready to stop being a menace to society and start being a benefit to society. He said he's ready to go to some father-daughter dances with the daughter. He's ready to wrestle and, do all this other kind of stuff with his son. I hope so. I hope this is a success story. I hope this is a success story and not the stories we hear about the revolving door of people going back to prison. I hope Rob can stay out of prison. As soon as he got out of prison, he put that jewelry on though. He couldn't even get down the road before he was putting his earrings in, his gold chains, his bling bling on his fingers and everything. I sure hope he can stay out of jail, y'all. I really do. But Teeny sure was happy to see him. They was making out in the parking lot. I thought they was going to fall on the ground and start having sex in front of that little boy. I was like, this sure is a lot. This is a little bit awkward. He was rubbing all on her ass and everything. I was like, this is a lot to be doing in front of this little 5-year-old boy. But shoot, hey, maybe I'm just like a little old prude or something. I thought it was a lot to be doing in front of the boy. But hey, they happy, they horny, they all those things. So I guess I can't really judge. But you know who I am going to judge? I'm going to judge Shante because we find out she broke. Brokety broke. Can y'all believe it? Shante is brokety broke. And like Shante say, ain't no loving without no honey. No money, no honey. She already can foresee that True gonna break up with her. True said, buy me some tennis shoes, buy me this, buy me that. All for a man that don't even like black women. And if he do like black women, I know he don't like Shantae's type. The only thing he don't like about Shante is her wallet. And now we find out that ain't nothing in the wallet. Nothing. Broke. She said she down to her last $1,000. This is a girl who started talking about how she was going to open a restaurant. She said she used to have $50,000 saved up, which is a lot of money. She was like a manager in a restaurant or something. She said she'd been demoted to just a regular old shift worker. She says she only making now about, I don't know what she say, in the 20s, $1,000 a year. She said that ain't enough money to take care of her 2 kids, and True. That's so irresponsible to be spending all your money on this prisoner and you got 2 kids at home. That is so irresponsible, Shante. I couldn't believe it. Did she tell us she had 2 mortgages? Then she said she was trying to sell one house, and while she was selling that house, she either had bought a house or was renting another house. How the heck she affording all this now and only making $20,000? She about to get foreclosed on. If she does own them houses, she gonna get foreclosed on or she gonna get evicted. One of the two, because ain't no way she can afford 2 kids, 2 mortgages, or 2 rents, and True. Ain't no way. She said that her job found out she was dating True, and they put the hammer down over some code of conduct. I didn't know jobs could fire you over who you dated. I mean, I know he's a criminal. I know he had burglarized things, but I could see maybe if she worked at a bank. But I didn't know jobs could fire you just because of who you dated. And I bet you Shante was missing some days at work because she was filming. It got to be something else, because I think that's kind of illegal. But shoot, who do I know where they live at? Missouri might have some different kind of laws. But not only she was demoted, and she said she ain't keeping this. She keeping this information from True because she don't want True to find out she ain't got no more money. Because she know the minute he find out she ain't got no money, he gonna drop her for the white girl. He gonna drop her for the white girl. She said she's spending $100 on shirts, $250 on sneakers. You got to be kidding me, Shante. And you got 2 kids, you got to be kidding me. She said when the money runs out, so does love. You right about that, Shante. Too bad you out here trying to buy love. Too bad you really out here trying to buy love. So I guess this is going to be the other tragic, sad story we're going to have to watch on Love After Lockup. Because we know True ain't going to stay with her. Absolutely not. I don't believe it. I was surprised to see that Joey and Michael gonna stick together. Well, at least Joey said he gonna try to stick with Michael, but Michael ain't gonna stay monogamous. Do we really believe that Michael's gonna be up there in prison with all those men and stay monogamous to Joey? No. So I don't even know why Joey's sitting around waiting on him. I was happy to hear that Joey's mom made a full recovery. Praise God. I'm glad that happened. But this ain't gonna go nowhere either. Joey's living in a delusional world if he think Michael gonna stay monogamous to him while he's up there in prison. Please, that place is like Disneyland to Michael. He loves it. Like Michael said, monogamy is boring. Why would I want to do that? He a mess. And now we got drunk Rick doing a 180 on Samantha, all of a sudden realizing his pension can't support Samantha and him too. He already knew that his pension, half of it had been given away to his ex-wife. So he only had 50% left. And now he's like, I can't split my 50% in two, 25% for me and 25% for you, Samantha, too. Because Samantha had told him before she wasn't going to work. She ain't going to work. She ain't looking to work. The niece tried to warn Rick, but he didn't listen. He didn't listen at all. He said he listening now, though. He said he might want to run over here and start continuing to date these high school sweethearts out here in the world, the Sandys of the world, that don't ask him for no money, ask him for nothing. He can continue to have some drunk sex. Samantha was supposed to be getting out in 4 days, but at the end of the show, we realized Samantha's parole got delayed. What happened to Samantha? Did she get in some trouble in jail? Rick is just foolish. All them years of drinking have depleted his brain cells. You could tell. He really only thinking with half a brain. You could tell. It take Rick a long time for things to sink in. It really does. I think he's got some neurological issues, probably from all the drinking he's done over the course of all his years. Probably drinking and drugs, probably both. I'm sure it ain't just alcohol. But anyway, y'all, that's it. We made it through the season. So we'll see what happens with the Love After Lockup. I'll make a decision whether or not I'm going to review it or not. It depends on any of the other shows that come on. I was kind of doing this as a filler because my main shows weren't on, Married at First Sight, which I like to watch, and also Ready to Love. So if those come back anytime soon, I probably would just stick to those because it is really hard for me to do and review more than 2 shows because I got a full-time job. So 2 shows kind of really is my limit. So we'll see how it goes. But hopefully, if I don't do Love After Lockup, some of you will join me when we come back for Married at First Sight and for Ready Love. Anyway, that's it, y'all. Talk to you later. Bye.